This is Worldwide Rush, a new transport management tycoon game where the goal is to build the best transport network. There's competition, you can buy out competition, and the goal is just to create a profitable company. I think this is quite an exciting game. And by the way, you can learn city names in countries you might have never heard of, so that's kind of a positive side effect. Let's just start our own transport empire and see where things go. You can really choose any starting city in the world. I'm gonna go here to Italy. I guess there's tons of tourists, maybe that adds more profits. But instead of starting in Rome, there's probably even competition starting in Rome. I'm gonna start in Genoa. I press on the city and now this is gonna be our main hub. I buy a hub here that costs around 700,000. A hub is a central point for vehicle storage, management and logistics operation in the area. Let's accept that. And then we can already see we have 22 people who wanna go to Milan, 50 to Bergamo, 7 to Lyon. So let's see, Milan is up here, Bergamo is in the same direction, and Lyon is over here in France. So to establish the first route, we need to build a road from Genoa to Milan and then probably even up to Bergamo. That costs another 200,000. Let's create that road. And then we can create a transport line from Genoa, this is our hub, to Milan. And we can even add another location to Bergamo. And for that route, we need to choose a vehicle. There's tons of different options. Of course, I'm going to use a bus now, since I already built the road. They have varying capacity, varying speed and cost. So let's just start with a 9 capacity bus, put that on the route. And for the Lyon location, I don't want to buy a street, that would be too expensive all that way. So let's add a new route and give it a plane, 8 passenger plane. That costs 300,000 to set up. Let's get that started. And with that, let's just start the type and see what happens here. On our city, we can see the travel destinations and how many people want to go there, as well as how much of that demand is fulfilled. We can see our truck is already on the road. It's filled with 9 passengers to Milan. And while this is just driving along, let's just add more routes and explore more options. The plane is also filled with 7 people. We can just click on another city. So down here, La Spezia, 15 people want to go to Genoa. So let's make a route, Genoa, La Spezia. And then we can choose a water taxi that holds 20 people. We can create that route and it's going here. And we can see here, there's already competition in Rome. They're immediately building a giant network. Hopefully at some point we become larger than them. This is the Italy group. I could buy them right now for 1.1 million. But to do that, I actually need trust in their hub city, which in this case would be Rome. But they are definitely expanding fast. I can also serve the same routes, but then I am in competition with them. So seeing that, let's also try to expand a bit faster. Since there's so many people that want to go to Milan, I'm gonna add a second bus route to Milan, as well as a ship from Livorno to Genoa. That ship is now picking up all the people from here. And I'm also looking for some more easy routes. I'm gonna buy a new hub in Marseille. Oh, and I just hit the first milestone, building a lot of roads. And then I'm gonna build Monaco-Cannes. Then I have a mission that gives me money. It's a grant from France. They want me to connect Marseille to Lyon. We can do that, just going for a plane, put that in. That gives us a grant with a bonus. And the general leveling system here works by how many passengers we transport each month. And there's different goals from management like vehicle profitability. Let's check back in with Genoa. We have people that want to go to Bergamo as well as San Marino. For San Marino, we can just add a plane. Genoa, San Marino, throw in a plane. That route, this is easy, that way I don't have to build streets. And then the Bergamo demand is still not fully filled. So let's add another separate bus, Genoa, Bergamo, just a small one. That should be quite profitable itself. We can take a look at all our routes here. All these profits and losses are calculated for the month. The month is when this plane here on the top right travels around once the clock. Most of our routes, or right now all of our routes, are profitable. That's great. And we can even compare ourselves to the other companies. So our company, Worldwide Logistics, is currently worth 2 million with an operating profit of 80,000, and this is how the other companies stack up. Value-wise, we are pretty great, but other companies have a higher company profit. I'm not sure how that works out, but we got another grant. Let's fulfill that. Marseille-Lyon, take a plane, create that route. There's quite a few people that want to go to Lyon, but we should get that bonus anyway. At some point, we could try building a rail line. There's a lot of people in Marseille that want to go to Valence and Lyon. So maybe that would be a great opportunity to build a rail. This is pretty expensive, 500,000 just for this route. So we have to save up a bit. But at some point that will be a great option. So for now, let's just give that another plane just to fill more of that demand. Next up, we can get a grant to connect Bologna to Genoa. Bologna is all the way over here. I'm not sure how many people want to travel there. 15 from Bologna to Genoa, and there's actually a lot of people from these three cities that want to go to Genoa. So I'm really playing with the idea of adding a train, but this would just be so expensive. Let's kind of look at the options we have. There would be larger ships, but ships don't work here, so we could just add a bunch of buses. Let's see how much the street would cost. 300,000. Let's build that, and then I'm gonna build a connection covering all these cities. And for the busy routes, we can add dedicated buses like Milan-Bologna. This will just be another simple bus. For some reason, this is now more expensive than the previous connected route anyway, and we're gonna get the bonus for it. That's pretty great. We can take a look at these buses. They are all mostly filled, and I think we're even fulfilling all the demand in Genoa this month. And we can get a grant for more connections to Genoa, like Turin, Florence, Parma. So let's build some more roads. I just built out a bunch more, and then we're gonna add Genoa, Alessandria, just with a simple bus, as well as another line to Turin with a stop in the middle. That way we got more connection. I think we need one more. Let's see what kind of demand we have. There would be demand to Rome, so I'd love to build a plane Genoa-Rome. Let's put that in. Now we have a plane flying over there. Oh, and there's a lot of firework. I think it's New Year, and we got a lot more grants to build stuff. Let's connect Florence to Genoa. I'm just going all in on the planes right now, just because it's an easy way to make money. And we got another grant to connect this mountain village to Marseille. Let's see what a street costs. That's 300,000. I guess we can afford that. And then get in a bus from Marseille to Digne-les-Bains. Small bus. Create that line. That should be on its way. Let's check in all the lines that we have. All of them are profitable. That's what we want to see. If one would not be profitable, we should scrap it. But for now, it's all looking great. We're even gonna get some bonuses this round. And soon we're gonna hit the next milestone, urban transit. Let's check out our competition. We're at an operating profit of 800,000. The other companies are pretty close by, so it's a tight competition. Let's check in with our Italian rival. I could buy them out for 1.3 million. Let's actually see if this is actually something we can do. I think they're pretty profitable with 400,000 a month. Let's save up some money and see if this is an option. Our own fulfillment is pretty good, apart the one from Lyon. Way more people want to go there. So for now we just got no other option than adding yet another plane. But that should be pretty profitable anyway. Also, we have tons of people who want to go to Bergamo. So let's go Genoa-Bergamo, add another bus ride. The more of these people we cover, the more profits we should make. And in the meantime, we hit the next milestone. Now it's called Provincial Pioneers. And I think at some point that levels up the cities we deliver to. And Genoa right now is really busy. There's some more grants, like covering passengers in Genoa, but I quickly want to save up. We are at 1 million, and apparently this company costs 1.4 million. So let's see if we can actually do that, because it says something about trust here as well. I have the money now, but I cannot buy it because of the trust. So nothing we can do here. We just need to add more connections to Genoa. We have a route to Lyon, we have a route to Rome. Maybe we could build a rail line to Lyon. Let's see how much that would cost. 4 million. Yeah, we can't afford that yet. So I'm just gonna have to add another plane, Genoa-Lyon. there's still so much demand to travel to Lyon. Also in Marseille, tons of people that want to go to Lyon. But here it might actually be a viable option. The rail line costs 600,000. Let's try this now. So we have a rail line, and then let's go ahead and add Marseille, Lyon, a train line, and we should add Valence in the middle. That will cost 800,000. Let's save up for that. Good thing our money is growing fast anyway, and let's create that. Then we can cancel the plane ride to Lyon. That one should no longer be needed because the train is carrying 99 passengers that all want to go somewhere. That's pretty great. And instead we're gonna let the plane fly from Marseille to Bern because there is 7 more passengers that want to go somewhere. And I guess technically we could expand our train line further up. Here there's 15 people that want to go to Lyon. Here there's 15 people that want to go to Lyon, so another 15. And then it could go towards Paris or here to the right to Belfort. Let's really go all in on this train route. There's not too much competition in France yet, whereas Italy, look at that, so much competition. Let's take a look what it would cost. Putting up the train all the way to Belfort costs 800,000. Let's do that. Then take the train and edit the route. So after Lyon, it's gonna pass through all these cities: Chalon, Dijon, Vesoul and Belfort. Let's keep it that way. And now again, this train is pretty packed, but it also has a lot of places to go. I wonder if this will be my most profitable route. If we sort by balance, currently it's the plane Genoa to Lyon with 3 vehicles on it. Pretty busy one. We have 9 buses and 9 planes, 1 train and 2 ships in operation right now. Let's try to get some more grants. Bern to Genoa we can easily do with just another plane. Let's create that route. And then there's another plane route, but we'll be getting a big bonus for it. So Genoa to this city down south with another plane that costs 400,000. Let's create that route and we should get a big bonus for it. Let's see if we can find our train. It's right here. It's still filled with 50 passengers traveling all the way Lyon, Marseille, Belfort. That's pretty great. And it's pretty profitable as well, making roughly 50k a month. I'd really love to buy this company at some point, but we need to create trust. We currently have 3%. Let's see if we can increase that. Maybe we could make a route Rimini. Where's that? Let's quickly see if we say Rome, Genoa, Rome, Rimini. Oh, it's up here. We might even be able to do a bus here. We need to build a road, but with it we can make it happen. The goal is to take away some of the business of this Italian company and build trust in the city. And the side effect, we have more people that are traveling to Rome. Then my people, where do they want to go? They want a line Genoa, Madrid. Their plane is the only option. And it wants me to build a hub in Milan. I don't think I'm gonna do that. That's very close to the hub we currently have. Germany is quite empty. We have a hub in France. That Marseille one is pretty great. From Toulouse, 90 people wanna go to Marseille. Maybe there's a way we could build a rail line here. The mechanics are pretty great, so if it goes over water, it's really, really expensive. But if it just goes over land, it's fine. So how about we throw in another line? Marseille, Montpellier, Toulouse, with a nice train. Let's create that. That should pick up all these people from Toulouse. But at the same time, I'm not too sure if this was really the best decision, because it looks like the plane route we had here was pretty profitable. We need to delete that now, but all the people will now hop on this train, which is also making a profit now. Not as much as I did before, but I hope that it's still fine. Let's take a look at trust in Rome. It's growing, we're up to 6%, 9% company trust. I really hope at some point we can buy the Italy group, because then we would have this entire area covered up. Next up, there is another grant to add a new line. Let's just do that. Genoa to Sassari. Of course, it's gonna be a plane. Let's create that route. And management recommends investing in a new hub in Bern. I guess that could be a valid option. Let's buy it. 1 million. We have passengers that want to go to Thun. That's pretty straightforward. Bern, Thun, we just add a bus. And then we have a lot of people that want to go to Milan. Let's see what a rail line would cost. 3 million, that's a lot. So let's just see if we can do Bern, Milan with planes. That should cover at least some of the demand over there. And then there's just a few less popular options. There's people that want to go to Bern and some of these other cities, but we need a bit of money right now. We should soon get that with these grants. And then I'm gonna build a road from Lausanne, Bern to Luzern, 300,000, and that will get a new line, Bern, Luzern with the bus, as well as Bern to Lausanne with another bus. And here that plane ride is pretty profitable. This is always packed. We could upgrade that plane here. That costs some money, but I really want to do it. It increases capacity, increases range, increases top speed, and most importantly, increases estimated profit. It needs 800,000, so let's quickly save up for that and click replace. Now that plane should be even better and transporting even more passengers between Bern and Milan. In Genoa, people want to go to Bologna. There's multiple options here. We could add another vehicle to that route. Let's do that. This is the quickest option. Then Modena. Then also a lot of people want to go to Modena. Let's add a vehicle to that route as well. And if we check back in with our competition, we are worth 13 million. The largest company in the world right now is worth 26 million. So we're at place 2 right now in terms of company value. And let's check back with the Italian company. We are only at 7% trust. So we're not really getting closer in buying them out. Our route to Rimini is somewhat profitable. We're directly competing with this other company. What are our passengers to Rome doing? A few are waiting, but there's multiple options to get to Rome. So I don't think I'm gonna add anything major here. Let's check in on this train line. It's mostly profitable. It's taking a lot of the passengers. And this other train line, this one is really profitable, making 200,000 a month on this very large route. There's many people going to many different cities. In Bern, there's still tons of people who want to go to Milan. There would be even another upgrade for that plane. Let's try it. Let's replace it to the even larger plane. It's this 390 transporter right now. It's flying basically full. Yeah, it's flying fully packed, and I think it's making a really good profit as well, carrying just a bunch of people. Then in Bern, there is demand for Genoa. I think there is a plane route to Genoa. Let's just upgrade that plane as well, maybe to a 15 passenger capacity plane. That way we should transport way more passengers. We're struggling to hit the next milestone. We've been here for quite a while now, but the question is where to go next. I think this Genoa hub is doing pretty well. I mean, we could add more car routes. We could try connecting a lot of cities here, Milan, Verona, and then maybe even up to Venice, and then add a route Genoa, Milan, the city that I can't pronounce, Verona, Vicenza, all the way up to Venice. Create that route, and I guess we can immediately upgrade that van to have 15 capacity. The Madrid flight can be upgraded as well. That has a bunch more demand. Then I have a flight to San Marino, which is quite popular. Let's upgrade that. And next up, it's just Rome. There's multiple trucking options. There's even this Italian company that's competing with me. Let's add another vehicle to that route. Maybe that builds more trust in Rome as well. We're still only at 8%. I'm not sure how to increase that further, but we hit the next milestone with regional fleet. So let's just check what else we can do. We have 80 people that want to go to Genoa. So I am really considering building a train line from Marseille, Toulon, Cannes, Monaco, all the way to Genoa. That would cost 2.2 million. That's quite expensive, but I'm gonna do that to connect my two hubs. So let's go Marseille, Toulon, Cannes, Monaco, Genoa. Throw in a... Oh wait, this isn't... Apparently this isn't connected yet. Now it's connected. Throw in a train, and then let's see. We could cut on some other routes with it. I wanna know where's this train. It's apparently somewhere. Oh, it's here. And it's almost full, so that's really, really profitable. And here we might even be putting the Italy group out of business because our train is taking away all these passengers. The flight to Bern needs higher capacity, so let's give it an upgraded vehicle. Similar to the bus route Bergamo, let's upgrade one of these vans to be higher capacity. In Bern there's a high demand to get to Montpellier, so let's throw in a plane as well as a plane to Lyon. In terms of company value, we're dropping a bit, but in comparison to these other companies, we're not far behind. I really want to get Rome now. We're at 23% trust. We need to add more options, like the route to Bari. Let's quickly pause the game. We have 1.8 million, but in Bari, this other company already has a hub. So let's check Rimini. Here I could build a hub. So let's do that, but I can't because the government doesn't want me here because I don't have the majority of the trust. That's a bit of a problem. So let's just continue going all in on Rome and let's create a route Marseille, Rome, Bari. And then it's gonna be a plane, and I'm gonna upgrade that plane to 15 capacity and see what happens. The trust is slowly growing in the city, but we really need to see. So we are picking up a bunch of people to Bari, and then this is our plane. It's flying fully filled here, and on the way back it will also have 10 passengers. And from Rome it can also take a few. I'm not sure how many though, but definitely a few, and that should increase trust further. So we're definitely getting a hang of this game. There's still a lot more needed to buy out other companies, which I really want to do, and I have the budget for it. So this is definitely very interesting. What route should we add next? Should we buy up this Italian company or maybe focus on Germany? This is still really empty. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more of this? Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great rest of your day and happy gaming.